23 days to go in the federal election of 2025. Nothing is inevitable. Regardless of what the spin, the polls or the bookies, nothing is inevitable. You still have to have your say. You can lead the conversations amongst your family and friends of the information that you see here each and every night. 12 days, less than 2 weeks before the first votes are cast. Now, anyone who wanted to put their hand up for Parliament, today was the lock-off day, meaning we will probably by Monday or Tuesday of next week, we'll not only just know how many people are running in how many seats, but there will be ballot draws. So when that's the case, I'll be able to show you, probably instead of the race on Sunday night, but definitely a couple of days after it, exactly in all of those, say, 20 key seats, how many people are running. Is it basically, you know, everyone preferencing against the Libs? Are there a few centre-right parties that might help them out? And we'll get deep into that conversation next week, as well as we'll actually get to go for a deep dive inside the electoral roll. I know, exciting, right? As for the Prime Minister, well, he spent a bit of time in Queensland today, and of course he wanted to pretend that he's a faux Queenslander.
I love Queensland. And I know my yeppin from my yappoon as well.
Reminds me of the cringe when he went to the steelworks around Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day, can I say this to all of you? Roses are red, violets are blue. It's Valentine's Day, and we love blue-collar workers.
That goes down well, right? 3 more years of that? I don't think so. But of course, being an election day, there's only one way the Labor Party thinks they could win. That's lie. On top of that, of course, to buy their way. So how much of your money did he spend as we go towards $1.2 trillion in deficit under his watch?
This reef program that we're announcing today will provide $6 million for Kids for the Reef, also $1 million for local tourism operators and $3 million to tropical North Queensland, to tourism.
He's such a fake, it's different caps. It's even different caps feeding him. All right, now that, of course, adds to the more than, $45 billion worth of promises that have been made thus far. Now, of course, everyone else only counts from the start of the election campaign, ignoring all of the pre-election promises, which were about the years to come. They were election promises. And all of this is borrowed money. All of his promises in dollar value since January.
A $7.2 billion announcement today. $5 million. $10 million. $200 million. $3 billion. $350 million. $2 billion. $37 million. $842 million. $2.4 billion. $8.5 billion. $4.8 billion. $1 billion. $3.4 billion. $2.8 billion, $200 million, $150 million, $1 billion, $245 million, $6 million, $1 million, $3 million.
Other people's money, right? Who cares? Does anyone actually vote as a result of these types of promises? I don't know. Or is it just a whole bunch of stuff that you say in order to say you're doing something? All of it borrowed money. Australia, under this government, goes from surplus to deficit for the next 10 years under the intergenerational report, deficits all the way through the 2020s, 30s, 40s, 50s and into the 2060s. But, you know, nothing to see here, right? As for Peter Dutton, he was on the trail, and I've seen some polling, both public and private, which is showing that the petrol price reduction, the halving of petrol tax, is actually more popular with people than the $5 in 15 months tax cut thing. Geez, what a surprise. We knew that from the day it was announced. But slowly but surely, that's the feedback that is coming back. Will that matter when it comes to the election? We'll all find out. But that was his selling point again today.
Our plan is to provide in the short term a 25 cent a litre cut in the price of fuel, which for young tradies here and for pensioners and for people right across the country, that means about $14, $15 a week straight off your petrol bill.
That message delivered in Victoria today. That, along with New South Wales, expected to be the places where most of the changed seats towards the Liberal Party will come from. We'll all wait and see. But for those that have been waiting for the fire-up, how's this for the bloke who at times has been the preferred Prime Minister, but has also put Labor right back in its box for the past couple of years? I love this today. More of it, please.
The Prime Minister has lied about the $275. Australian families have suffered because of that. He's lied about the fact that power prices have now gone up by $1,300. That's the reality. the Prime Minister lied about falling off the stage for some reason. I mean, it was caught on camera.
Now, interesting as always to tell you how the media is trying to spin the ball. Thank you to those who have sent me emails saying exactly what left-wing spin means. I apologise. Doesn't come immediately to mind. Of course, the media, thinking that they are still talking to a Prime Minister who will still be there in 3 years, so you wouldn't possibly want to upset him, let alone any chance of a one-on-one that they're dangling in front of you at some point over the next 3 weeks. So keep playing nice or we'll ignore you. That's why he gets questions like this.
This region become more reliant on China as a trading partner, and how has your government strengthened that relationship since the imposition of US tariffs?
How do you place Labor's chances? Obviously, there are a lot of seats at play, in particular. That's why you're obviously here in Leichhardt. How do you think Labor's going to perform?
It's the way that you run a campaign, the way that we cover a campaign. Is it still fit for purpose?
Jeez, I mean, the tough stuff, right? The tough questions. Peter Dutton, the media, of course, last night, blaming him for his father's heart attack. I showed you that footage. I showed that to an old mate after the show last night who has been around media for a long time, genuinely shocked that that's the state of what's being asked, but hadn't seen it anywhere. I had to show them. I don't know why they weren't watching the show that night, but you get my point. Plenty of people don't see this stuff, which is why you tune in to us each and every night to show you just how they spin the ball for Labor. You saw the soft touch for Albo. What did they do to Dutton today?
You've been criticised for borrowing Trumpian tactics. Do you believe Do you believe acts like these from your candidates are damaging the Liberal brand and your brand overall?
The Liberal candidate, in the Melbourne seat of Wills, last year pleaded guilty to obtaining financial advantage by deception and was made to pay fines and compensation worth more than $10,000. Is this the standard that voters should accept and that you accept?
At this time, is advocating for that position really an example of responsible economic management?
Just in case you need the reminder, the true cost of labour over the past 3 years. In fact, the numbers are true to this very minute. Last month, 54,000 people lost their job. 1.6 million homes are currently in mortgage stress, meaning they can't pay their mortgage after 12 interest rate rises. 2 out of 3 people can't afford their rent. They make it, but they don't have much money left over for things like groceries, which of course cost more than they ever have. 3 million people on the verge of homelessness. 3.7 million households that will have already run out of food by this time this week. 29,000 businesses which went bust. The highest supermarket prices, the highest prices thanks to taxation on alcohol, smoking and petrol. Budget deficits for the next 40 years and all of it, $1.2 trillion worth of debt. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here.